On Tuesdays, we check in with our school districts, and they do come in during the summer months. Some of them do. Brian Dillon is the public information officer from the Clover School District. And Brian, as long as we've been doing these interviews, you've been consistent throughout the year.
Always.
You've got perfect attendance.
Again, gold star.
Well, thank you. We're happy to be here and appreciate you allowing us to tell our side of the story.
All right, so let's cover a couple of points there within within the Clover School District. The Clover School District. You all had a high school graduation ceremony that took place in the summer. These were not necessarily summer school students. So how come they graduated now versus back in May with their traditional classmates?
There's various reasons that can happen. Somebody wants to move up their schedule. Somebody gets behind. They do some credit recovery, and then they graduate if they weren't able to graduate in spring. So there's a couple different ways that can happen. So we did honor 3 students this past week graduating in the summer from Clover High School. It was a nice, quick, short, intimate ceremony. And so, but we congratulate all of our students because getting over that hump in your life and moving on to the next phase is always a big thing and a testament to the students and their families for the work that they've put in through the years.
Well, I applaud school districts over the last couple of years. You all have really focused on those students by holding a graduation ceremony in December during the typical month of May, and now it sounds like in the Clover School District doing so in the summer because kids work so hard to finally have their name called and receive that diploma, whether it's in front of thousands of people or 20 or so. But it is a special moment. It's a point in time. It's a rite of passage. And I, again, applaud you all for doing that. And congratulations to these students. Again, I think the traditional way of going to school is so different from folks who haven't been in the school system for a while, that kids are getting more credits nowadays. They're getting to college faster, or if they need to slow down, they can slow down. When I was in school, I think when everyone was in school, this was the model and you had to stick to it no matter where you fell. But it sounds like school districts are really trying to work with the student, not necessarily on the school district's calendar.
Yeah, and you hear a lot about personalized learning. And so this goes right into that. You hear often from educators, how it's personalized and how you meet the needs of the student. This is one of those ways, whether it's a December graduation so they can move on to school, go early, go to college early, get into the workforce early, whether it's a May graduation ceremony on that traditional schedule, a summer if somebody needs to move something up, wants to move quicker, or needed some content recovery, some extra help that they weren't able to make in May. Just doing things that fit the need of the individual student is what you hear a lot in education, and working to meet those needs of each student to do what they need that's best for them.
Well, as we celebrate the class of 2024, we are actually getting ready to welcome in the class of 2025 in the Clover School District. Brian, your teachers head back to the classroom when?
Next Thursday, July 25th. That'll be when they come back. They all have it on their countdowns. I've seen it a lot. They are excited and a little antsy about July 25th being the return to work date, with August 1st being the first day of school. Shout out to the York County Sheriff's Office who put out that buses will be returning to the road soon. So start to wrap your mind around that post. So a lot of buzz starting to build for the start of the new school year. Our convocation and announcement of our District Teacher of the Year will be next Thursday. So we're looking forward to ringing in the new school year and getting ready to get things going here real soon.
Brian, I'd imagine this is a fun time for teachers. I know the word fun is hard to be put going back to school, but for the teachers, this is their livelihood. They love what they do. Give us a little bit of what the buzz is like going down the hallways as they're starting to decorate their classrooms or prepare curriculum. What is it like right now?
So it's an interesting mix, because you'll see just like anywhere in life, you're going to see those folks that are in there very early, and they've been in there, they've been decorating their rooms, getting things, and then you'll have the ones that'll come in Wednesday night before Thursday, and they'll be going on. But yeah,
so true.
This is what they enjoy doing. This is who they are.
Yeah.
Part of who they are. It's not all of who they are, but it's a big part of who they are, and they enjoy being there for children. They enjoy helping them to their next steps in life, and helping them learn and do all the things that you do in a classroom. And so that there's a lot of excitement, and you hear a lot about short summer because it has been, and they're not wrong about that. But once it's time to turn it on, that's what they do, and they're going to do a great job, just like they do in Clover every year.
That fall break will be coming right around the corner too.
Well, you have that modified school schedule there in the Clover School District. So while the students go back in 1st of August, they have Labor Day off. And then in October, they have that intercession week where kids can have that time to get caught up or just take a breather. And it gives parents and teachers a chance to also kind of catch their breath a little bit. And Brian, last year was kind of like the model year for that, and it seemed like it went off without a hitch. It seemed like people really enjoyed that kind of system and a lot of built-in breaks.
Yeah, so it allows an opportunity for the students to kind of decompress for a week, get back in. When I pulled information about the first intercession in October last year, between the end of that and Christmas time, the attendance was up at 9 out of our 10 buildings from year over year after that. So that's still just a small data point, 1 year. So we'll continue to look at trends and things like that. But that's the kind of information we want to know and see. But just having a first initial year where those attendance numbers were up over the same time from the previous year is an important little piece of data that I'll be interested to continue to track.
And like all of our school districts, you're always constantly hiring for teachers, for support staff, for any other employees related to a school district. For the most part, are you all caught up to speed and caught up with your numbers within the Clover School District?
I talked to HR the other day, and they're in a good spot. We're not 100%. There are still some vacancies available that are listed on our website, but overall they feel very good with where we are in our hiring process.
Well, when you get ready, of course, for the new school year, you want to make sure that teachers are prepared. And as you mentioned, they're getting their rooms ready. This is an interesting opportunity and an interesting program within the foundation that supports the Clover School District. And walk us through what this program is doing to help our teachers.
Yes, Clover Leaf, which is our education foundation for the Clover School District, is working with our teacher forum. We have teachers and staff moving in and out of the profession, and so when they leave, whether it's retirement or leave early, what are they doing with their supplies, with the things that they have for their classroom? So what Clover Leaf is doing is working to find donations and things like that to put in a Classroom Central structure where teachers can come in and shop. So Clover Leaf has done a great job of getting donations from other teachers, getting donations from communities. We had a gentleman named Ray from Office Depot donate a lot of stuff from his what he was able to do, and other people from around the community. And so that's going to be housed in a central location in the district. They can come in, they can get some supplies as they need, some different things for their classrooms, because we hear often a lot about teachers and concern that they have to come out of pocket for things. So this was a very important piece for our teacher forum, which is made up of our past teachers of the year. They put this together, and so it's something we're actually going to do a ribbon cutting on Thursday, and it'll be right in time for teachers to return to the classroom.
Love that.
Love when the community can help our educators, and it gives them a chance, the educators, a chance not to have to spend as much as their own money to make that experience in the classroom one of a kind for students, and you set it up like you would go shopping, and make that experience as well. So kudos to that foundation. We have learned so much. These foundations for our school systems that support our school systems, they're truly the foundation, lifting everyone up. It's all in the title of it, but they kind of plug in financially where, the money stops when it comes from the state, and you can only do so much, and they continue to make sure that teachers have what they need in the classroom, and that's a kudos to them.
And in Clover Leaf has been around since the 80s, and it's one of the longest standing foundations in the county. So they do a lot of great work from teacher grants throughout the year to helping with individual needs. They did some money to help one of our students who was going to Scripps National Spelling Bee, help her parents be able to attend as well. So a lot of great stuff happening. And so, we really appreciate the support and the work that our foundation does to help Clover School District.
Fantastic job. As always, Brian Dillon, we appreciate the conversation. Thank you so much for the shout out and for the love that you show us here on Palmetto Mornings. Thank you so much.